guys, what's up? So yesterday I posted a video about Cardi B's confession where there's an old video that surfaced of Cardi B. The video was about 3 years old, and she's talking about, when she was a stripper, because she was a stripper, that she used to, men used to want to sleep with her. And she was like, oh yeah, you want to sleep with me, So she used to lure him back to the hotel and basically drug them and rob them. Probably because she really didn't want to have sex with them anyway. But the problem is, that I keep seeing online, is that people are saying it's a double standard. That, Cardi B can just put out not even an apology, because she really didn't apologize, but she could just put out a statement and we're supposed to just forget that she even said it. And it's hard because, one, I do feel like, yes, what Cardi B said, it could be worse. It could have been worse. But at the same time, Cardi B she really done said some crazy shit, on top of this. And I think it's more about what she's already done on top of this. And I think people are just like, damn, what does it take for y'all to hold her accountable for the things that she says and do? She is a whole mother. And yes, she is a product of her environment, but we can't keep making the excuse of she's a product of her environment. We are all products of our environment. But it's what you do once you get out of the environment. Cardi B isn't in that environment anymore. And I do feel like she uses that bit of an excuse, like, I've always been hood, I've always been ghetto. But when do you evolve? And this is coming from a Cardi B fan. I really do enjoy Cardi B as an entertainer and as a musician, I like her songs and I love her personality as well. But you have to be held accountable at some point. And you knew this was coming. But see, the thing is, Cardi B ran her mouth so freaking much. You gotta humble yourself when those things, when things like this happen. Because when I said in my last video is, the brands, the money, because that's what she loves the most, is the money, right? So if you love that money so much, you would think dog, I gotta be careful and I have to move differently, because yes, we should be able to express ourselves and not be judged and torn down. But we're living in a different world. In the perfect world, yes, we could just say stuff like that and not be held accountable, but we don't live in that world. And Cardi B, she makes money for people. She makes a lot of money for people, and if people feel like she can't make them no more money, they will cut ties with her. Yeah, you're gonna be rich, but you're already famous, so you'll never be able to live a normal life after this. Especially because people have been trying to tear her down since she threw that shoe at Nicki Minaj. The Barbs ain't been fucking with Cardi B at all. At all. And I will say, even then, I kind of gave Cardi B the excuse, well, y'all know how she was before, she got famous and got all these accolades and stuff, but not anymore. Because if it was honestly a black woman who said that, not no Dominican, Latino, if it was a black woman who said that, i.e., if it was Nicki Minaj or any other mainstream black artist, hell, if Beyonce said that, you know how people been waiting to tear Beyonce down too. They can't believe that she's really that perfect. Seriously. And you wouldn't catch Beyonce dead saying no stuff like that. And I know Cardi B and Beyonce aren't the same person, but if Cardi B want to be Beyonce level, you gotta change the way you walk. You can't respond to everything. And people will say, well, Nicki Minaj was always responding to stuff on her radio show and all this stuff. But guess what? She's on her radio show. That means she's making money off of it. And she's already almost worth $100 million. Cardi B is not almost worth $100 million with 10 years plus accolades. Like, Cardi B is still trying to get to that point. People are like, well, yeah, like, one, if you know music, you know that Cardi B might not have that same range of 10 years of straight hits like Nicki Minaj. Let's be honest. And the way it's going now, like, with all of these things that are coming at Cardi B and the things that she decides to respond to, like, it doesn't look good. Like, I'm talking like a homegirl, you know what I'm saying? Like your homegirl that's trying to tell you the truth. Because nobody won't really tell you the truth because everybody's afraid to, like, you know, like, no. Somebody, a real friend need to tell Cardi B, like, girl, chill out before you lose everything, you know? And and then Offset don't make it no any better because now people talking about him, how she supports him saying queer, because apparently he had a line in his song where he says the word queer, and they said she support him. Basically, so now all the things that she basically has already been torn down about is all coming back because of this one situation. And now it's even worse because she's even bigger. So basically, let the white people get a hold of all that information. They're not gonna fuck with Cardi B. Because the white people got the keys in the industry for real. That's how these people move. Through them white folks. And then the white folks feel like Cardi B, you know, ain't pleasing their people. They gonna cut her ass. Let's be 100% real. Like, girl, you can't move like that. And I'm telling y'all, like, and even this morning, I went back to even look at Cardi B's comments. And people were still dragging her. Now, I don't think that people should drag her, you know, but I think that this was gonna come regardless. Because, like I said, Cardi B has said a lot of crazy shit in the past. Like, I know y'all remember, and Nicki Minaj put it on her Queen Radio, when the lady had called in. So apparently, like, this lady had said something about Cardi B teeth, and Cardi B went off and talked about basically her dead son and called her dead son a monkey and said if she wasn't on drugs, then he might have still been alive. Yeah. Crazy. Like, you know, so, girl. And all of that is coming back up. And in the court of public opinion, they are going to hold Cardi's feet to the fire until basically she kind of just don't say nothing. I mean, it's like, what do you really want her to do? It's not really for her to do but apologize for the comments or to maybe even further explain maybe. But now it's almost like people are saying, like, of course, the whole sympathy and payola thing where, you know, she's always justifying why something happened. You know, and I kind of understand people because as a regular person, we can't just go around and say stuff like that. You can't just go around and say, oh, I had drugged and robbed someone, and people won't look at you crazy. Like, and then it's like, well, I had to do it to survive. And people are like, well, girl, a lot of people are poor and with 4, 5, 6 kids or even 1 or 2 kids that really had no choice. Because from what I understand, you know, Cardi B, mom didn't even want her to be a stripper. And some may even say that Cardi B decided to leave her house because she didn't want to obey by her mom's rules. And then when you put that into perspective, you then say, well, girl, you know, who wanted to listen to their mama? Nobody wanted to listen to their mama, but we also didn't all go out here and choose a different path. And I think it's more so about the fast money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she was talking about how she had to get the money for studio time and stuff. So she was just trying to get the money fast so she can go ahead and get her life up and running, you know, get her career up and started. And I completely understand that. But I'm just one person. You know, I can't save Cardi B. It's like millions of people, thousands of people that are like, girl, basically you're canceled. And that's another thing. First of all, we can't cancel anybody. You can't cancel anybody. I think that's kind of wrong to say, to cancel someone. I mean, of course, I jokingly say, like, girl, you cancel, or I'm going to cancel you. But you can't really cancel anyone. You know what I'm saying? We're not God, so we can't delete, cancel people out of our lives. But we can hold people accountable for the stupid stuff they say. And I wouldn't be so whatever about it if Cardi B hasn't already been addressed for previous comments. Because let's be honest, when it does come to double standards, had any other black male or female said any of that stuff, they would be, and we're black, you know what I'm saying? And her being a Latina, and people may argue, and someone please explain to me, is Cardi B black? Is she black? Some may say that she's Afro-Latino or whatever. I thought she was Afro-Latino, but the reason why I thought she was Afro-Latino is because of her hair texture. Her hair texture is more coarse, but Hennessy hair texture doesn't look as coarse. So it's really hard to say, you know, because Cardi B, she does say nigga a lot. And I won't lie, it does make me cringe sometimes when she uses nigga like, nigga this and nigga that. It does make me cringe sometimes. Not more for me, but more for other people. Because I know, like me, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care, like, about what she said, because it doesn't affect me one way or another, because she wasn't like my die-hard favorite person in the whole wide world. But, you know, I defended her a little bit because I did, you know, give the excuse, like, you know, she's, you know, naive, you know, she come from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, with poverty, and she was in the streets and stuff like that, and she didn't have any choice, and but you gotta hold, you know, because if it was a man, okay, so if it was like a man who sells drugs, right, people do say, like, men, you know, you ain't have to sell drugs, you could have went and got a job. People do say that about black men that get life in prison for even having, you know what I'm saying, like, carrying less than a pound of weed. Niggas getting life in prison almost, or majority of their life in prison for weed, when there's white folks that are literally selling the weed out of dispensaries legally. So I guess it's like, when do we say, okay, baby, like, because even I've seen a lot of her fans too. A lot of Cardi B fans like me are more frustrated. Like, Cardi B, shut up. You talk too much. What what's that saying that Kaya said? You homegirl, you talk too much. Well, don't you never shut up. Because girl, be quiet sometimes. Shut up. It's always trying to prove a point. Be quiet. And yes, I think Cardi B's response to the Survivor Cardi B hashtag thing, I do think it was a little weak. I think it was weak. I think people think just because it's long and drawn out that it was put so much effort into. But for one, her PR probably wrote it. And two, I don't think she really put any real thought into her response. Because the response is like, she said something, if you go back and read the response, you can either go to her page or you can go back to my last video. I actually posted the response to my last video. She basically saying some of these men she was in a relationship with, and they were kind of like ready and willing. I guess she was saying they were really ready and willing as far as having sex. So I guess she was just trying to say, she didn't lure them into having sex. But it just always seems like the more she talks, the worse it gets. Even going back to when Cardi B and Nicki were beefing on Twitter, and Cardi B start talking about all these endorsements and stuff, just for Nicki to have shut all of it down. The whole Fashion Nova endorsement, then the Steve Madden with the shoes, and Nicki Minaj was like, well, those shoes were ugly anyway, I didn't want them. And then Iggy Azalea, whatever her last name is, Iggy, with her ass, then she commented too, was like, Steve Madden gave her the same deal. And if y'all notice, and then that's another crazy thing, if y'all notice after that situation, Cardi B the whole situation just kind of disappeared. What? And then you never heard in a word. So people kind of just swept another situation under the rug. And so I want to know, what do y'all think? I want to know a few questions. Do y'all think that it is a double standard when it comes to Cardi B? One, her being a woman, and two, her being a Latino woman, and a light-skinned Latino woman at that. Because yes, you can say she's black all day, but let's be honest, people are looking at the appearance of what it looks like. And then when you see her father and her mother, they don't look black. They really don't. And her other family members that I've seen pictures of, they don't look black. They don't look like... And I think Cardi B is Dominican. I don't really know. I am not very good at distinguishing between that group of people, or those groups of people. I definitely need to look into it, because I am very curious. Are you guys okay with Cardi B saying nigga and all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? And then, is there a double standard? Do you think that if it was a black man or a black woman or another female black rapper, do you think that do you think that it's a double standard with Cardi B, period? Okay, so what do y'all think? Do you think it's a double standard? Do y'all think it's a double standard with Cardi B? Do you think if it was a black man that said those comments, even though that the video is 3 years old, do you think if a black man or a black woman said those same comments, they would get away with that? Okay, so this concludes my video. So go subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.